Hello, hello, and welcome to my August book corner. I didn't get through too many books in August. I hit a little bit of a slump, to be totally honest, at the start of the month. I don't know, I kept picking up books, but none of them I really wanted to sort of fully get into, or like I read a couple of pages, but I decided that wasn't something that I was into at that time, and then it made me really question what I wanted to read, and I got a little lost. But in the end, I still got through two books by two pretty amazing women, actually. So let's just get straight into it. The first book that I finished this month was A Vision of Fire by the beautiful Gillian Anderson. Honestly, the only reason I picked this up was because it was by Gillian Anderson. If you don't know who Gillian Anderson is, she is the beautiful Dana Scully, or, oh, I can't even remember what her character's name is, but she's amazing in The Fall. She's brilliant. She's a brilliant-minded woman. This, however, was a struggle. I really wanted to like it, like really wanted to like it, and I think this might have been what slightly got me in the slump, because I started it actually a little while ago and I didn't quite feel it at the time, so I stopped reading it and I picked up something else, and I just kept reading other books that I really loved. And then this month I was like, well, I should go back to it, I should finish it. I had only read a couple of chapters anyway. So I got back into it, and there were parts that I was gripped by, but there were other moments that I was like, why? Like, I just didn't understand some of the reasoning behind including some of the storylines, but it is a saga, so maybe reading the next one will help out a little bit. I have got the next one to go. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, though. I'll give it that. And it got much more involved after the halfway point, which obviously can be hard with books, because you've got to actually get to the halfway point in the first place. And if you're not really enjoying it that much, it can be hard to do. So persevere if you are interested in reading this one. I think if you are more of a sci-fi reader, you'll probably find it a lot better than I did. I think one of the things I struggled with was because I haven't read sci-fi in quite a while. I think one of the last sort of sci-fi things I read was The Left Hand of Darkness. Yeah, so that kind of maybe was why. Like, I've been reading a lot of YA and a lot of sort of more reality grounding books recently, and so it's not that it was like, you know, the suspension of disbelief or anything like that. I'm totally capable of that, but I just think it wasn't quite what my mind was used to, so it took a little while. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. The second book that I polished off this month is probably a book that most people polished off in August. The new Harry Potter. I know a lot of people really struggled with the fact that it was in a script form or a play format, but as an actor I had absolutely no problem, and it read so smoothly for myself. Again, are you coming up? Okay. So the script part of it wasn't a problem for me. As I said, it read really smoothly. I got into the habit that I used to be in when I was a lot younger, where I would start reading, you know, before bed, but then suddenly it was 2 hours later and I was like, crap, I have to get up in the morning. So I love when that happens with a book, because you know you're so engrossed in it that you just keep going, and you have to like physically make yourself stop, and you're like, no, it's okay, I can just continue reading it tomorrow. It only took me a couple of days to get through. It was great. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. I think there's a couple that aren't too happy about it. I really enjoyed it. I don't necessarily include it as like an extension to Harry Potter. It's obviously in the same world, and it is obviously Harry Potter, you know, as an adult, and it's focusing on the younger generation that they have created, but I don't necessarily think it has to be Harry Potter. Like, it's just so fun to be in that world, and it's so fun to be in Hogwarts again and to read a new story and to look at time turners again and you know, question houses and friendships and what can happen when you mess with time, I guess, without giving too much away. I really enjoyed it. I also know that's giving too much away. I was gonna is it giving too much away? Most people would have read it by now. Yeah, I really enjoyed that Cedric Diggory came back into it and how they played with what it would have been like if he didn't die, or if he didn't participate in the Triwizard Tournament, or, you know, there's multiple things that they ended up messing around with, and I really enjoyed seeing that. It was great. If you like Harry Potter, you'll like reading this. If you like plays and if you like reading through scripts and stuff, this is really fun to read through and to sort of think about as a stage play. It's obviously not coming to Melbourne anytime in the near future. It will probably take years and years to come here, but yeah, it's just fun to imagine. Unfortunately, that was it for August. They're still pretty substantial books, I understand that, but I don't know. I expected a little bit more of myself, but that's fine. I did some other fun things this month. Next month I've already started reading some pretty great books. Well, I've been reading one book. That's been really fun and funny. Yeah, I'll see you next month. Bye! Want to know a secret? My mum actually has the copy of Harry Potter. This is Jane Eyre. And I wanted to physically be able to hold it, so I put it in Jane Eyre.